from the Newswires, powered by Kangaroo Fern Media Lab.
Bullying has moved outside the playground and classroom and into the home. A new survey has found 1 in 4 Australian children has been bullied online, second only.
Hi, this is Miko Santos from redwires.au, and welcome to From the Newswires podcast. On today's episode, 9 in 10 adults has been cyberbullies. This is the study found by RMIT University. And we have today is Dr. Mohammed Hossain. Welcome to the show, Dr. Mohammed. And who are you?
Hi, I'm Dr. Mohammed Hossain. I am a senior lecturer working at RMIT University in Melbourne. I work in the information systems area, and that is my specialty. In research, I work on social media use, social inclusion, and the social impact of digital technologies.
Hey, thank you for that. So we're just gonna want to discuss with you about the study that you done on it's a 9 in 10 adults have been cyberbullied. That's the study that you done. Can you tell me about this new research that you done?
Sure. In this research, we surveyed 313 social media users, namely on Facebook and YouTube, to understand what of their personality traits lead them to commit cyberbullying. Our research is different than the traditional works on cyberbullying. Unlike previous studies that identified the individual factors to predict cyberbullying, we found that the traits work in combination. It will be easier for you to understand if I give you an example. A cyberbully is not only a married but a full-time employee with a bachelor degree, irrespective of their gender. And this is an example of the combination of personality traits we are referring to. Our research found, which is alarming though, 9 out of 10 adults who use social media have committed cyberbullying in their lifetime. And another scary part is more than half of the respondents said they often commit cyberbullying, with men more likely to do so than women. Only a tiny 6% respondents had never committed cyberbullying. What to you, Mike?
So so you're saying educated and married people respective of the gender. Is that inclusion because of the demographic also as a factor to play?
Yeah, here there are 3 sets of variables that we measured across, and these are demography, big five, and dark four personality traits. Within the demographic attributes, we include gender, education, age, marital status, working status, and the length of social media use of the respondents. In big five personality traits that include extroversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, neuroticism, and open to experience. And finally, the dark traits include Machiavellianism, narcissism, psychopathy, and sadism. So the factors from each of these 3 groups work in combination with each other to determine whether someone is likely to cyberbully or not. And that is a different study we have got, or difference compared to the other studies, where we see that a cyberbully, he actually possesses a combination of personality traits along with the demographic variables.
A lot of previous study about characteristic of cyberbully. So what is the difference between this study that you done?
Yeah, the previous studies, as I said, they identified which factors, individual factors, lead to cyberbully. For example, some studies claim that the cyberbully are extrovert, but we found that not only extrovert, but he does have less agreeableness, or he does have more psychopathy altogether with the extroversion. So what we say, not only the extroversion, rather a combination of extroversion, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism, for example, they combinedly explain a cyberbully.
Why on based on your study, why men are more compared to women? So, yeah, what's the logic on that?
Yeah, interesting. The logic behind men and women, it is very difficult to understand. We could not actually specifically identify why the men are more likely to commit cyberbullying than the women. But in general, when we consider it from the personality traits perspective, the women in general are more agreeable than the male counterpart, and similarly the women are less extrovert, or I could say introvert, than the extrovert counterpart. That could be a reason. However, in this research specifically, we did not dig in why men or educated people they are more on cyberbullying. But that is an interesting question, Michael. We look forward to having another research to extend our this current study. Thank you.
Yeah, because it's more on men, and the question I have is that it's educated. It's not, so which means they have bachelor degree or they have respectable, say, work or something. Why they are more keen on doing that?
Yeah, we found that the most of the cyberbully they are highly educated. On the contrary, we could say the people does have less education, they are less likely to commit cyberbullying, and this is intuitive and self-explanatory. Which is, the more education you do have, you have got more exposure to the content, to the network, etc. On the contrary, the less educated people they more focus on their own network, and they try not to intimidate someone. So that could be an explanation why education is related. And um, and we found that the cyberbully are full-time employee, which means that when you don't have employment, maybe you are looking for employment, etc. When you do have permanent job, full-time employee, you do have more luxury to get involved in cyberbullying behavior, which is unfortunate though.
So, for what is you think the, say, how do we prevent this cyberbullying?
That's a good question. First of all, we need to understand why people actually do commit cyberbullying. Um, Previous studies they advocate that the people commit cyberbullying um, to get distinct enjoyment, eh, to take a revenge, to provoke or irritate or intimidate someone. And some people even do not realize that they are bullying someone else. They simply cannot differentiate between fun and bullying. So the first thing is we have to realize the difference between bullying and fun, or making fun out of somebody. So it is more an awareness program. It can be developed in your family, in your institution, etc. And of course, the cyber laws they can protect us. Fortunately, in Australia, cyberbullying can be considered as a crime under the Criminal Code Act 1995, and it can carry a penalty of 3 years prison and a fine. However, to prove that such cyberbullying have a profoundly serious impact on the victim, such as committing suicide or attempt to commit suicide, we have to prove it. So yes, we can see, or we can understand from different perspective to lessen cyberbullying. Number one is social and family awareness, and second one is of course protecting us from uh, uh, the public institution. They can protect us by having or polishing or refining the cyber laws. And finally, the social media administrators, using artificial intelligence, they can have predictive analysis that who can be more likely to commit cyberbullying. So from these three angles, I think we can head towards lessening the cyberbullying impact.
All right. Thank you so much for that. So you're saying that has to have a good, say, behavioral program, a good one, and then have a good law for social media. And
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. And as I said, from this research, actually, the policymakers they can find out the combination of personality and demographics, which should be considered in designing actionable and proactive policymaking. And preventive measures and behavioral programs targeting the specific group of people can be developed as well. So yes, it is a convergence of effort, I would say. Not only single thing can protect us. For example, only the cyberbullying laws cannot prevent us. Rather, there should be a convergence of law, awareness, and social learning.
Dr. Mohammed Hossain, thank you. And that's it for the From the Newswire. And this is Miko Santos.